This is the Mountaineer Falls campsite. You have to go up this hill to get here, but it's a pretty nice site because you have the water in the background. And I mean, it's not the flattest thing, but it works pretty well. I think it's day 63, which means that my 0 day a couple days ago was my 2-month mark of being on trail. It's pretty cool. We're closer to the border now, obviously. Hoping to do about 10 miles today. There's a shelter at like 9.6. See how hot it gets, what the terrain's like, because it doesn't look like it goes like up and down a lot. It seems more like some puds, which is pointless up and downs. So we're gonna get going and see how far we get. Didn't even see this yesterday. Someone's been leaving little gnomes around. This is back at Mountaineer Falls. Looks like there's a little path here you can go up. Stand under it. That would probably feel really great on a hot day. And then it comes down like this. And trail goes off this way. Mountaineer Falls shelter is like 0.1 from where I was. And there's a little tenting area here. But you can't hear the falls quite as well. There's a comment on Far Out at the Walnut Mountain Road from a year ago saying that mountain lions were spotted in the area. As far as I know, mountain lions are extinct on the East Coast, which doesn't mean that there couldn't be some in hiding, but if they had bounced back, it seems like someone would have caught them on a dash camera, a ring camera, a game camera, like something, you know. But no one's ever been able to produce that, so it's probably mistaken identity. Because like I'm in a snake group and people will kill copperheads all the time, but the copperhead is actually a water snake because people don't know what they're talking about, so they just kill snakes indiscriminately, even though the snakes are beneficial for like rat control and mice control. People just see them and feel threatened that they exist, even though the snakes are just doing their snake thing. It's not like they seek out people to bite them, because most bites are because people are messing with the snakes, intentionally or not. I have a friend who stepped on a copperhead and got bit, and this was in like middle school. I didn't know her then. But she says I'm not allowed to get bit by a snake because that's her thing. This section has a lot of water too, but this water is supposed to be here. There's a bit of a view here. Far Out says this is Hump Mountain, Little Hump, and Grassy Ridge, which we crossed yesterday. Kind of funny to think I was over there at this time yesterday and now I'm over here. And there's a little bench that I'm sitting on. Schmeyer Mountain, 407 miles. There's a path here, but I'm not sure exactly where it leads. Oh, here we go. Hostel. Well, that was a lot of information. Based on Far Out, that seems to be Scotty's piano bar and something hostel. I've never heard of that one, but that is an option out here. This is Laurel Fork. There's a lot of water in there today. This is Forest Service 293, which means Moreland shelter is 4.7 ahead. This is a nice sign, but I don't know why they didn't put the mileage on it. This section's been pretty nice. Not a lot of roots and rocks. The trail seems to be pretty well maintained. There were only a couple blowdowns. These are the Hardcore Cascades. According to Far Out, they're named after Bob Peoples' trail crew. This is about 3 miles from the shelter. It's a little after 1, so it shouldn't take too much longer to get there. I'm debating if I want to go past it, but I think I'll wait until I actually get there before I make a decision. I passed a birthday girl a while ago because she's slackbacking today. She has purple hair, and I think she's trying to be the oldest woman to hike the trail. Right now I think Grandma Gatewood is the oldest. I met her way back in Georgia, probably within the first couple weeks. And at the time she was debating if she was going to go by birthday girl, because eventually it wasn't going to be her birthday anymore. But then after the Smokies, I think I met up with her again, and we've kind of been going back and forth. The shelter is 2.5 miles away. It's actually a little after 2, not a little after 1. And of course, it's all uphill to get there. Far out says there's a view here, and they're not wrong. I can in fact see things through the trees, but not very well. Oh, it's even worse over here. Still pretty unimpressive, even if you come down to these rocks here. The shelter is probably like 0.2 away. I think I'm just gonna stop there today. This is the Moreland Gap shelter. I guess all of them in this section are gonna have the same design. So, Laurel Fork shelter is 8 miles ahead. The Mountaineer Falls shelter is 9 miles back. And this shelter was built in 1960. There's a ton of trees here, so I think I'm gonna be done for the day. And I'm the only one currently here. I know there's a guy named Mockingbird who I camped with last night. He might be behind me. Or one of the times I ran off to go to the bathroom, he might have got in front of me. Who knows? I have a really bad habit of not closing out my videos, so here's the closing now, probably like a week later. Thank you for watching. My fundraiser is kind of stalled. I'm $45 away from reaching my second goal. Is there anything I can do to convince you to donate a little bit more or share with your friends or family? Do you want to hear more stories? Do you want to see more pictures? Do you want me to feature animals that are currently up for adoption? Please let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and donating, and I will see you tomorrow.